Hi, I'm Lori, and welcome back to the Way of Positive Change YouTube channel. I wanted to make just one quick announcement. I've decided to do a free half-hour reading, 2 of them in the month of June. So you can email me at thewayofpositivechange@gmail, free reading. And so I'm going to pick, put all your names in a hat, and I'm going to pick one for the first week of June, and then I'm going to pick one for the third week of June. Good luck. And that is thewayofpositivechange@gmail again. And I also wanted to remind you guys that I do a card a day on the Way of Positive Change Instagram and Facebook if you want to join us there. Okay, and any other subscribers, I'm still running that $25 special through June for a half-hour reading if you're a subscriber. Okay, so let me know, and good luck, and I can't wait to meet more of you. I do readings by Skype. They work out very well here. I get really good reception here. Okay. Perfect. Now, I did a video on reading on McGann, and it said that he would, the Hierophant card was the outcome. He would testify. That didn't take place the other day. He was blocked, but it will take place. Secondly, when I looked at Trump, it looked like he was going to suffer financial loss in the month of May, towards the end of the month of May, and his objections were overruled for his finances. So, and his challenge card, remember, was the outcome for Barr, whether he was going to lose his job or not, and all the work, and it was on its side for Trump. So that was the 10 of Wands. So I think we're getting closer. However, I do watch a lot of other readers, well, a few, that I really like. And let me know who you like. Leave me a comment. Let me know who you like. I know who my favorites are. Leave me a comment. Let me know. Some of them are coming up with not so great the month of June for the Democrats, and that, you know, maybe Trump and Barr and all those guys, the bad guys, the criminals, we're getting away with more stuff in the month of June. I don't believe that, because I saw the 5 of Pentacles for Trump. So this is, and I'm going to rename the video. I called it the Whack-A-Mole video, and I'm going to rename it. All right, that's enough chit-chat. I'm going to look to see if we'll be successful at getting Mueller to testify. Let's see if we can get him into court. Okay, all right. Will the Democrats be successful? Yes or no, please, angels? Will the Democrats be successful in getting Mr. Mueller, the author of the Mueller report, in to testify? Yes or no, please, angels? Will Bob Mueller come in to testify before, whether it's behind closed doors and we don't get to see it, but will the Democrats be successful at getting him in there to testify? All right, let's take a look. Well, that's a yes if I ever saw one. Otherwise, why would everybody be having a party? And in this building, everybody drinks mimosas for everything. Doesn't matter what party it is. Sorry, I just had to throw that in there. There's 90 offices in this office building. In sunny Southwest Florida, and everybody knows that this is the party state, right? Okay. Oop. The Temperance card is on its side. So that means there may be some more balance needed, where the time allotted, something has to be balanced. That's the challenge with this. Remember, in the second place is the challenge card, and Temperance is on its side, so it is out of balance. So how can we balance it? So let's not count our chickens before they hatch. Maybe, you know, he says yes, and then something gets unbalanced, and this is a major arcana and this is a minor, so that's not a very good cross. So let's see what happens there. Mueller feels like, 6 of Swords, feels like what he did was bittersweet, because this is a bittersweet passage. You know, I feel like he thought he gave us, you know, he punted to Congress and he gave them information and he hoped that they would run with it. His hands were tied. He was really almost like imprisoned as to what he could do because of Barr, you know, and some other people. So let's see how that goes. It's at the base. In the past, he felt strong. he felt like he could overpower the mouth of the roaring lions, and he felt that he could get this together and get it off. He had good intentions for this. He knew it was going to be difficult. He also knew it was going to be very laborious, because let's face it, you guys, the strength card is patience and persistence. This isn't anything that is a short period of time. It takes a long time for this to pay off in the long run. All right, labor intensive, and we have some more labor intensive cards. So they're working on it. They are collaborating, cooperating. They're saying, they're working with one another. And the Three of Pentacles, they're saying, how can I help you? What do you need? What should I do with this? So they really want to pick his brain is what they want to do, because the people in the Three of Pentacles go to ask the architect to help them with their plans. See that? Sorry, you guys, my cards are old. I don't use a bunch of new decks. I know some readers do. I just, I stay with my deck till it's done. This is my second oldest deck. I've been reading since 1990. So I won't tell you how many years I've been reading, because that would give away my age, and I'm going to protect that today as long as I can, right? Okay. All right. He feels like Barr took his words and other people. He feels victimized. He feels that he's been already beat up, that they took what he did in good faith to give them strength. And he's feeling the wounded warrior. He's feeling defensive. This is on the doorstep. He's trying to protect himself. Look, you guys, I don't even think he wants to do this. I think, this is my opinion, I think he wants to help, but I feel like he thinks he's done enough work and he's going to protect his personal space. He punted. He feels like he did everything, and he feels like people are coming at him from the other side, and maybe that's the imbalance. He doesn't have the protection and balance that he needs. Otherwise, why would he feel, the Nine of Wands is, you can see, he's wounded. He's wearing a bandage, for heaven's sake. All right. Page of Wands means there's going to be more information coming about this. This is always the messenger. This isn't so much written. This is always oral. So it can be done by conferencing or video conferencing. It can be done, they're talking to him anyway. All right, let's move this out of the way. I think I'll do one other quick spread on something real quick. Okay, there's that fight that we saw. When we asked about Trump's May, we came up with this was the outcome card, and this is the embattlement. So he's in conflict. Duh. Remember, when they're looking at each other, we have to take important note of that, because the tarot characters interact, So there is conflict, there is drama. I also call this the Kardashian card. Many of you that follow me or have readings with me, known over the years, I named some of my cards. It's the Kardashians and all their drama, trauma, shock, drama, trauma. Ooh, all right. So he's feeling pushed out of his chair. In a way, you guys, he wants to do this, and he knows that he can bring enlightenment. This is in the hopes of fears. It's the Tower card. But he felt safe in what he provided. It should have been enough, and it should have been his path to freedom. This isn't good. All right, now, after the shock, after the drama, after they try to hammer things out, he also, he wants his family protected. Sorry. He wants his family protected. I'm going to say this is a happy card, but the cards around it are really tough. Okay, this was the outcome card. It's really important that we tie the readings together, This was the outcome card for the end of May for Trump. So his finances are going to be, he's going to take a loss. It's the beginning of the end with him for his financial secrecy and his denying subpoenas, because we saw that this was going to happen. And in fact, that judge did rule that you don't get a stay. You're going to have to give over the information. So then it's going to go to another judge who is also an Obama appointed judge in DC. And this is getting ready to happen, y'all. All right. So I'm going to go with this outcome card. That's temporary happiness. So I feel like he's going to cooperate to a certain extent. Remember, you guys, the major arcana cards are the most important, especially in any reading, but especially in the Celtic Cross. So we have strength, temperance, you could balance it out, and then we have the Tower card, which is upsetting news. So I feel like, I honestly feel like there's going to be so many other things like we saw in the Trump whack-a-mole. I'm going to rename it the end, the beginning of the end for his financial security. But there's going to be so many other things that I feel like finances are going to take the precedent for investigations. I feel like he will help, but I don't feel... 10 of Cups is a happy card. I feel like he's going to help, but it isn't going to be, what they're thinking. So it's going to be a compromise. That's the challenge. So they're going to have to work on a compromise. They're not going to need a whole bunch from him. Okay. So what do we not know about Mueller? What do we not know about Mueller and testifying? Will he come in? Will he help the Democrats? Okay. You guys, his hands are somewhat tied. These aren't good cards for him. Temperance is on its side. This is the Archangel. I like to call this the Archangel Gabriel card. So he's going to help a smidge, and he may come in for some, but this isn't going to be the big to-do. I still think that's going back to Adam Schiff and the Southern District of New York, Letitia James, I think is her name. It's going to go to them, and it's going to be mostly financial. All right. And I'm going to do a video on barr. I think I'm going to start taking these guys because the cards are changing. Remember when I used to do if Mueller's report was going to get Trump in trouble, and it always came up the 6 of Cups? So it seems to change every couple of months, so I'm going to start breaking it down month to month. And so next week I'm going to do Attorney General Barr for the month of June, and then I'm going to do President Trump for the month of June. Okay? And if you guys have any more questions, this is going to drag out for quite some time. I'm going to read, I think the next video I'm going to do Friday morning, I think, is going to be on our water quality here in Southwest Florida and the other coast, and the problems with the algae, and if the red tide and algae is going to come back, if it's going to be as bad as last year or less. So that's going to be in the next video Friday, unless there's other bombshells about finances that come out. I'll combine the two. Okay. All right, guys, have a great rest of your week. See you in a couple days. All right, thanks. Bye.